A kid was asked to draw what he will look like in 100 years. He ended up drawing his own grave. In one word, describe school. This kid wrote hell. It can't be that bad, right? Name, Frankie. I earn money at home by? I don't. I'm a freeloader. Hey, at least Frankie is being honest. In this video, we're taking a look at the world's funniest kid test answers. Make sure you watch the video until the end because these get funnier and funnier as we go through them. Briefly explain what hard water is. This kid wrote ice. During a math test, this kid was asked to find x. He drew a line pointing to it and wrote, here it is. The difference between 180 and 158 is 22. Explain how you found your answer. Math. This kid was asked where the American Declaration of Independence was signed. He wrote at the bottom. Now this is one smart kid. This kid was asked to name 6 animals which live specifically in the Arctic. He wrote 2 polar bears and 4 seals. During what stage do chromosomes line up in the middle of the cell? This kid wrote, it's a secret. Miranda can't see anything when she looks down her microscope. Suggest one reason why not. This kid wrote, she is blind. How do you make a marriage work? Tell your wife she looks pretty even if she looks like a dump truck. When this kid gets older, his wife is definitely gonna love him. Problem: you fell on the playground and scratched your knee. Solution: get up and deal with it. This has got to be the toughest kid I've ever seen. What ended in 1896? This kid wrote 1895. What a genius. Is the number 68 even or odd? This kid wrote even. He was then asked, how do you know? He wrote, because I'm smart. Cause: Tony practices the piano 20 minutes every day. Effect: he is a big nerd. Nah, this kid just absolutely roasted Tony. This kid had to get his parents to sign his homework, but I don't think his teachers are gonna believe that. Like the video and subscribe in the next 5 seconds or this spider will be in your bed tonight. If I'm late for class, I will burst into class and comment on Mr. Thomas's mustache. Mr. Thomas will blush and say thanks. I don't think this is gonna work. This kid wrote 2 + 2 = 4. He then wrote this. He can do maths, but he definitely cannot spell. I think my mum should do less of this. The student then drew this picture and wrote drink wine. This teacher was grading her students' homework when she noticed a kid drew a circle on his paper and wrote, do not touch this. This is snot that fell from my nose. I mean, at least he's being honest. Which color does the data show was pulled less often? He wrote green. But when he was asked, how do you know that your answer is correct? He wrote, my brain is always right. This kid had no idea what the answers were on the test. So she pretended to draw spilt coffee and a top secret sticker on top of her answer. Now this is genius. This kid was asked to write the opposite of a pro. He wrote a noob. I bet his teacher had no idea what this was. This question asked if this boy was sad or glad. The student wrote their own answer and said that the boy was ugly. Her teacher was not impressed. This kid here was asked to write what his biggest wish in life was. He wrote to have 2 quarters and $3. I hope he achieves his dreams. Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune have at least 3 things in common. List them. They are all planets, they're all round, none of them have McDonald's. Someone give this kid an award. Who is your hero? This kid wrote my father. Why do you consider this person a hero? He's not afraid of anything. Is there anything that your hero is frightened of? My mother. At least he's being honest. This kid was asked to circle the smallest number. He circled the wrong answer, but when he was asked to show how he knows this, he just drew a rainbow. Charlotte was asked who the most important people to her was. She wrote her family, but when she was asked to write what she doesn't like, she wrote Grandpa Joe. I wonder what her grandpa did to make her hate him. This kid was asked to write what 4 - 1 ghosts are. They wrote 0 because ghosts are not real. I wonder if his teacher gave him a mark for this. This kid was asked to name a solid, a liquid, and a gas. They wrote poop, pee, and fart. I mean, he's not wrong though. Describe yourself in 3 words. I am a rebel. I definitely wouldn't want to mess with this kid. This kid was asked, can you draw this ship? He wrote no. I like this kid. He gets straight to the point. This kid was asked to write the opposite of the words good, black, and original. The first 2 answers were correct, but when he was asked to write the opposite of original, he wrote China. Bob has 36 candy bars. He eats 29. What does he have now? Diabetes. Bob has diabetes. I mean, seriously, who eats 29 candy bars? What are 3 things you want to do in the future? This kid wrote get a girlfriend, kiss her, and rule the world. Now this kid has some big dreams. Would you rather be stuck on an island all alone or with the person you hate? This kid wrote, I would rather be on an island with someone I hate so I have something to eat. This kid was asked to draw a small clock that shows 10 minutes past 11. They ended up drawing a digital clock. His teacher was not impressed. Finish the sentence. If I had the principal's job, I would quit and get a job I'd enjoy. Damn, this kid just roasted his principal. Why do we pay taxes? So we don't get arrested. I mean, this kid is spitting facts right now. How old is your grandfather? This kid wrote dead. His teacher felt really bad after this. This kid was asked to motivate his answer. He wrote go answer, go. Now that is some really good motivation. Write a question using why. This kid kept it super simple and just wrote why with a question mark. He's a true genius. Rachel has 16 chocolate bars. Tracy takes 4 from her and asks for the remaining quarter. What would she end up with? This kid wrote a slap. I wouldn't want to mess with him. Write 5 words you can spell. He wrote 5 words you can spell. This is the definition of working smarter and not harder. Is there enough information in this table to estimate the length of a day in Jupiter? This kid wrote bacon. And when he was asked to give a reason for his answer, he wrote bacon is always the answer. This kid was asked to name these shapes, but he ended up giving them real names like Bob, Sam, Tedison, and Kate. What is the strongest force on Earth? This kid wrote love. I'm not gonna lie, this was super cute. This kid was asked to expand this equation, but I think he took this a bit too literally. This kid was asked to write that this man hit the dog, but he changed it to pet the dog because they should not hit dogs. This kid was asked to write an example of a risk. They wrote this. His teacher was very impressed. The first cells were probably, this kid wrote lonely. When this kid was asked to change centimeters to meters, he wrote just take out the centi. What do we call the science of classifying living things? This kid wrote racism. David only got $2 and $5 coins, but he managed to buy food that was worth $60. Why? This kid wrote they gave David a discount. Nice try, buddy. Marcus is the strongest kid in 2nd grade. He used to lift 12 pounds, now he can lift 97 pounds. How much more can he lift now? This kid wrote Marcus is on steroids. This kid had to guide the dog through the maze, but he just drew a straight line from the dog to the treasure. This has got to be the smartest kid ever. Also, click on one of the videos on your screen. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Peace.